Welcome again, all you fans of the JDM style. So we got another one of these YM model branded vehicles to come in. I was rather impressed with the Ferrari F50 that I got from these guys. So I decided to get this one because I don't have any casting of this Lexus RC series of vehicles. So let's see, this box is a little different than the other one, but not much information on it. So let me get this going. Anyone knows, why does it say Runner? It's like a Runner logo. Is that the parent company? I'm not sure. See, Runner. Alright, so it's a separate cardboard sleeve. Yeah, weird thing there. No decals or anything. Let's see if this is loose. Well, it's loose enough that I wouldn't make it a habit to pick it up by the top. This thing's got a lot of delicate parts, so I'm not gonna take it off the base. In fact, let's take a look at this base here. So RCF, that's RC is supposed to stand for Radical Coupe according to Wikipedia. I'm not sure what the F means. It's high performance variation of it, I guess. It's got a Pandem body kit on it, and this is, I guess, a limited edition. I'm assuming that's 500 of this color, but I don't know for sure. It seems like there's a soft, like felt, or yeah, I guess it would be like a fleece. It looks more like fleece than felt. So naturally, you don't want to touch this with stained hands or anything like that. All right. Let's get into these photo comparisons. I'm gonna hope that these photos are the body kit that YM model is going for. It doesn't look like it. The wing struts look the same. Even the wheels look the same. So I think that's pretty good. Okay. Let's try the back. Alright. So I know there was a facelift of this car in real life back in 2018. I'm not sure if this is the very first generation that came out in 2014, or the facelifted version that came out later, you know, with so much bodywork on it. I don't know. Okay. But I do know that the latest version has a 5-liter V8 and is making like 470 horsepower and is putting it through an 8-speed transmission. Alright, let's get into this model now, making sure I don't drop it. So this metallic color, it might look like it's pink on the screen, and it is primarily pink, but I feel like it's also got a little bit of maybe purple in there. I suppose it would be pink. Yeah. Alright. I'm wondering if there's like a color shift clear coat on it. Or it's just a really nice clear coat, I guess. Alright. So, look at these wheels. They're pretty cool. If anyone knows what brand of wheels these are, that might be nice for everyone to know. I don't really keep track of wheel brands. There's some sort of logo in the center cap of the wheels. It's just like a partial line. I'm not sure if that's a real logo, but seems to be running Toyo Proxy's tires. I actually had Toyo Proxy's tires a long time ago. They were pretty good, at least when I autocrossed with them. You can see the brake system there. It's got a cross-drilled pattern on the rotor, and then it's got yellow calipers. So pretty nice looking. And then the wheels have the perimeter bolts, you know, so it's probably a 2-piece wheel. Or maybe it's a fake 2-piece wheel in the real car. We have some sponsorship here. The Work. Oh, duh! It says right there, Work Wheels. Although the W is a little bit messed up in a small font, but yeah. So I believe Work is a Japanese brand of wheels, and I think a lot of them are forged. So that's pretty good stuff. All right, TRA Racing makes the Pandem line of body kits. Seems to be like a little emblem there in this vent. Although I can't make... I think that's like the F logo. Yeah, the Lexus F logo. Okay. And then you can see all the little body screw or rivet marks. They look well casted. The door handle looks nicely casted as well. The side mirror has a reflective sticker in it. And then the side window is that sheet plastic with a blackout on the back side of it. So it's very clear. See, you usually can't read through windows, at least the molded ones, but these sheet plastic ones, you can read, watch TV through them. They're very, very clear. Okay. Alright, let's see what else we have here. Let's go to the front end. You can see these tiny metal pieces holding the chin spoiler on. I mean, you gotta have some patience to glue those on. Okay. Alright, so sorry about my allergies. Just never ending, I guess. The Lexus logo looks pretty nice. I mean, it looks like it's clear coated, so it's not just like a foil sticker. I almost feel like there's a domed surface on that thing. Let me get back on the zoom. You see, look at that. Yeah, it's got a domed surface, so it looks like it's a Lexus, maybe a foil sticker, and then they somehow put a clear dome on it. It's probably like resin or something, maybe like a drop of clear resin, and then it just, the tension of the liquid made it dome when it hardened. But that's probably the nicest logo I've ever seen on any one of my models. Every other logo I've seen is flat. It's either a flat foil sticker. Well, technically the foil stickers do have some thickness to them, so they don't look 100% flat like a decal or a tampo print. Some models I have are underneath a clear coat, which is impressive. But, I mean, this thing is underneath a clear dome. Sorry I'm rambling on, but it's new to me. I've just never seen this in a model before, so I have to dwell on it. You'll see there's a texture in the grille there. It looks pretty nice. It's got some depth to the little ovals there. And then the silver paint going around the rim of the grille looks pretty nicely done. These little side vents here, there's a texture in there. I'm going to guess those are black plastic inserts, because I don't really see much paint overrunning. I might be mistaken though. And then look at these little LED things. You can see these little tiny dots on the LED strip there. So I think that actually might be a separate piece as well. Let's try to get a couple of different angles on it. You see how there's you can see a tiny gap between that LED bar and the pink body. So I think it's a separate piece. Is it molded plastic or photo etched metal? I don't know. But it's very nice. It's very impressive. It's not just like silver paint. Okay, so the headlights themselves look nice. They're, smooth on the front face, of course, but behind it you can see the orange turn signal, and then some indication of some sort of light bulbs back there. Although with those high reflective surface, it might be hard to tell. Maybe if you pause it while I'm moving it around, you'll see the light buckets. I think right there you can see it best. So that's nice. Good lights there. Let's see, there's vent on the hood. Yep, separate piece of plastic, I imagine, or it could be a piece of photo etched metal. Sounds like plastic, but I'm not sure. Anyways, a lot of nice texture on that little grill. The wiper blades here are separate metal pieces, very thin. They're not bent perpendicular to the windshield though, they're just flat. And then again, the windshield is a flat sheet plastic with the printing on the back side. Looks very nice. Okay, let's see this side of the car. No defects that I can see, so that's great. Yeah, looking good. Fuel fillers on this side of the car, I guess. And then going to the back, more sculptural work here. Exhaust tips. You see how round and thin those are? When I see something that round, that perfectly round and thin, I feel like those are probably metal tubes. I just don't think you could mold plastic that thin and actually not have it messed up. I feel like this top one is a little messed up, but these two, the question is, how deep do they go? If they go in very deep, then they have to be made of metal. because you wouldn't be able to pull this out of a mold. Yeah, these have to be metal tubes. So that's very, very nice. Okay, very realistic, you know. You can't really get better than that. You'll see these very tiny red reflectors. These are pieces of plastic. It's not paint. They're actually translucent plastic. If anyone could tell me what this is, I see these on a lot of the body kits, you know, Mini GT ones and other models. What does that say? And, well, anyways. Lexus logo. Now this looks like a normal foil sticker. You see, there's no dome on it. This is what I'm used to seeing, but there is some depth to it. I think it could be a photo etched piece of metal. So you can see the tiny thickness on the edge. Pandem license plate looks nice. I think that's a decal. It looks a little bit wrinkled, but that's fine because I'm never gonna physically touch this model, so I think it should be okay. Yeah, the F logo again. Now this also has some height to it. Yeah, I think. It's so small. No, maybe that's a tampo. I don't feel a ledge. Anyways, it's legible. It looks nice. These taillights look very nice. You can see some, you know, clear of the backups, and then the red, the translucency of it. You know, in particular, maybe on the far side, you can see how the light reflects all inside that piece of plastic. It's very nice, very cool. Alright, the rear wing, you got these metal struts there, holding it there. And then the metal main struts with some dimples in them, probably to mimic some bolts or something like that. So 4 pieces of metal are holding this pink wing up, and the wing itself is nicely painted. And then the end caps, I can feel a ledge, so I think these little dots might be pieces of metal glued on as well. So you can see the thickness of those dots. So they're either metal or plastic. I would have to assume metal. Yeah, that one's not glued on, very flat. Okay. You know, considering that this black strut had to be glued to this pink wing, you can see a little bit of the glue residue, but I'm not sure how they could do it better. Unless they literally have a slot in this piece of wing and then they slot the black into the pink. But I don't think they did that because there's no slot on the bottom of the wing. You'll notice that the wing actually has a curvature like a real wing. It's bowed on the bottom, but not bowed as much on the top, so it's an airfoil. Well, those are some of the nicest defroster lines I've ever seen. In general, I don't care for them, because in general you never see them on a real car. But those are so thin that you can clearly see the rear view mirror hanging in there in the front. I'm not sure if the camera is going to focus on my hand moving up there, but yeah, those are clear windows again. Very nice. Okay, so I guess the last thing we have to try to do is look at the interior. Oh wow, I think we could actually do it without a flashlight because they are such clear windows. Ah, boy, I lost focus right when I... Come on, try to focus on that Lexus logo. Okay, so I wouldn't doubt that that's a foil sticker or photo etched piece of metal, that Lexus logo on the steering wheel, because it's so well defined. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a print. But you can clearly see the gauges in the instrument binnacle. And there's some impressions of numbers in the actual, you know, bar that swings around on the tach, or the speedometer. So that's pretty good. I think there's some silver on the door handle there on the far side. Maybe the door pull is silver. I do feel like maybe it's not very smooth. It looks rough, the door there. The middle console, that does look rough. Not very well defined, the buttons there on the entertainment console, so that's pretty bad. The shifter, I don't know if it really looks like that. It's not like a ball top. Maybe it's like an ergonomic shifter top. There's a little silver there next to the cup holders. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe the start button. Please leave a comment if you know. And then the seats, well, they just seem to be black. There's no seat harnesses or anything like that. No seatbelt buckle locks. Alright. Well, there's the rear view mirror. I think that's a photo etched piece of metal. It's so thin. It's probably just a piece of stainless metal. You can see the far side outdoor mirror. You know, hopefully you can see my finger moving in the reflection, or both of them really. They're both so reflective you can actually see movement. Different view here of the dashboard. Yeah, that Lexus logo I do think is probably the same as on the back of the car, like a photo etched piece of metal. But yeah, look at that instrument binnacle. It's really good. Just a shame there's nothing about like seat harnesses. But I guess maybe it's not on the real car. You know, I don't think this isn't really a race car. I don't think it's just like a street style, JDM style. You know, so maybe it just has regular seat belts. All right. I believe this is a 2+2, but I don't know if we're going to see anything worthwhile in the back. It's through such small windows, we're not going to see anything, so I'm not going to bother. Well, if you look at the paint here, I mean, it seems to be flawless, right? Although every time I say that, I find something. Nope, that's just some gunk. Let's look at the reflection of the clear coat. This dental pick here. It's pretty smooth. I mean, it's not the smoothest paint job I've seen in the realm of resin models, but it's better than most models. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I have a diffuser on the LEDs above, so you're not going to see, you know, a hard edge on the LEDs. But yeah, I mean, look at the edge of the ruler. It's pretty sharp, right? Well, maybe not. I guess it's a relative thing. Anyways, I think the paint looks good. Nothing to complain about. Little shark fin antenna. Is that a separate piece? I don't know if that's... it's probably just casted into the... it's part of the main casting. Just some extra gunk, I guess. Okay, so, yeah, it's a flawless model. This is a rarity. It's very rare. I would have to guess between 1 in 50 to 1 in 100 models that I have are flawless. So that means the other 49 to 99 models have something wrong with them. That's kind of the state of this hobby. It's not very good, sadly. You know, the quality control is just an issue. It runs rampant through all manufacturers. You know, either the laziness of manufacturers or the QC of manufacturers. But when you get a flawless model, you definitely appreciate it, because for me at least it's exceptionally rare. Alright, sorry, I'm just kind of dwelling on it, but this is a nice looking model. I mean, it's the paint job also. It just makes me want to look at it for a long time. I'm going to pull out a couple other cars to compare it to. There's a little Lexus meet of some sort back there. Alright, let me focus on the model again while it spins. Well, I don't have too much. I know that partially the RCF has part of it based on the Lexus IS series. So I recently did a video not too long ago on this Toyota Altezza, which is basically a Lexus IS, and this one's done by Inno64. And it's actually that one has some minor QC problems, but it's still a great model. It came with a second set of wheels as well, so Inno64 is probably my favorite brand actually, because of their large variety and excellent value. Probably the best value in the premium brands. Maybe not the best value, but this Hobby Japan GR Supra is still pretty nice. It has a very matte finish paint. I think that is the flattest paint job I've seen on all my models. It doesn't reflect anything, and yet it's a metallic. It's a bit of an oxymoron. It conflicts with itself. Alright. So that's really all I have to compare to. So all premium brands, but you know, for me, it's in a different league. I mean, it literally has a metal exhaust tips, metal wing struts, metal chin struts, and really that Lexus logo on the front, that's new to me. That is something else. It's really appreciated. So, YM model, 2 for 2. You guys are awesome. I'm liking you guys. But I'm pretty sure with my poor collecting luck, the next one I get will probably have a bunch of QC problems. That just seems to be my luck. But so far, I'm running a good streak with these guys. Henceforth, I will order some more if I find the other castings to be likable. You know, one thing I didn't even mention is look at the rear camber. This camber is insane. The front camber isn't too bad, but look at this camber. This is so ridiculous. That's got to be like 5-7 degrees or something of camber. So I don't think you'd really want to drive a car like that, because if you hit any bump, you would just warp the inside of the rim, right? Because it's just going to be riding on that metal part of that rim, whilst the outside is just floating above the air. But you know, I don't think these are like daily drivers. You know, these crazy show cars that Pandem puts together. Okay, these are I'm pretty sure these are really just cars that you would see at the SEMA Auto Show, or you know, for car magazines, or just rich people park them in their garages but don't drive them. Alright, well, again, it's a good one, guys. So if you like the Lexus brand, if you like Toyotas, if you like crazy looking Pandem body kits, this is so far, I think, probably the nicest model with the Pandem kit on it that I have, at least. So you might want to check it out. YM model. And I'm sure they must have other colors, but I went with this one. I like the crazy colors. Alright, we'll see you around. Thank you.